Howdy friends, Tadas here with Insomniac next door, and a couple minutes here about some advice of how to come down, how to handle withdrawals from Zolpidem, Ambien, Stilnox. There are plenty of other different names for it, right? So if you've been not sleeping like me for years, you're very familiar with this poison sent from heaven, you could say, because they really come in handy when the real crap hits the fan and you need to get some sleep, you need to travel, you need to go to work, and so on. And I probably would have lost my job if I didn't use some of these meds, like Zolpidem or benzos and so on, which everybody has very different experiences with them. And it really depends on how long you've used them, how severe your withdrawals would be. So luckily I did quite a lot of research about it, and I would use it for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks max, and then I did everything I could to quit for another 2 or 3 weeks. So if you cycle like this, it's fine. You will not get like these long-term problems that people report in forums and where they can't come off of the meds, and or some idiotic doctors keep prescribing these things for years and totally ruin people's lives. They have to go into detox retreats and they really screw up their brains. It's awful, really. It's not to be abused. It's not to be used as a long-term sleep medicine. Nevertheless, wherever you find yourself, I found some nice tricks of how to deal with withdrawals. For me personally, withdrawals would be severe insomnia. Surprise, surprise, right? What you're trying to suppress, it comes back with vengeance, and that's what usually happens to me. I would, first few nights it would be hell, and sometimes I would question whether it's worth, those 2 or 3 weeks of better sleep with those drugs. So many times I said never again, and then again, if things go bad and you just reach for it because you have to survive, right? So it's a practical thing. Whatever you decide to do, whether you want to use them or not, my following advice is this: if you use it wisely. That means use it for 2 or 3 weeks and then you quit. You quit no matter what for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you restart again. So this way you can continue without developing big problems, right? So what are these things? I'm not going to get into the details what they are, but they definitely change your sleep architecture, so to speak. What does that mean? That means you're going against your natural rhythm. You're going against your body signals. You basically just knock it out. These are things that are used for surgeries to induce. What is this thing I'm looking for? Basically, they're hypnotic drugs, right? And knock you out. So and it's fine sometimes. So problem is when you quit, you're going to have insomnia. So and I would also have some neurological things like just jittery. It's just like jitter. Wake up and I would not go into deep sleep, and I would be jittery. And the sleep would be very superficial, and I hated it. So initially, I did take some L-theanine, which I highly recommend if you can get the stuff I'm about to recommend. L-theanine is an amino acid. It's probably one of the most wonderful, most recommended, most tried amino acid. L-theanine, produced from green tea extract. It has a very calming effect. It won't help you sleep better, but you will be just lying there, kind of calm, and maybe, if you were dealing with anxiety in the first place, it will help you sleep better. But lately, what I discovered recently, very interestingly, from my cat, because my cat got hit by a car, it got concussion. It developed epilepsy, right? Epileptic seizures. So, and it was prescribed this drug that basically suppresses the certain neurons and the excitatory neurons in her brain, and she doesn't have those seizures. And interesting. So I have to warn you, this is, you better consult with your doctor about this. Okay, I'm not about to dispense drug advice. I'm just sharing what worked for me, but I can understand this is like, gray territory to try to talk about certain drugs on, on YouTube. Anyways, so it's called Gabapentin, and curiously, the name Gaba called my name Gabapentin. I said, what the heck is this thing? And I did more reading because I kept stuffing this down my cat's throat, and she was feeling fine, And then I read, online I did some research, but in short, I did find that gabapentin also helps with insomnia. And it's basically reads, although pharmacological treatment of insomnia is available, most hypnotics have been shown to alter sleep architecture and have adverse effects, right? Later on, like Ambien, like Zolpidem and so on, right? But gabapentin was originally designed as an antileptic therapy. However, some studies reported that its use increases slow wave sleep in healthy volunteers. And I said, what the hell? Increases long wave sleep, right? And I said, well, I'll try it. And I tried it, and on forums you read people take 300, 400 milligrams. Just don't do it. 100 is enough to just try. But again, this is a prescription med. You have to go to the doctors to get it. Tell them what you're doing, and tell them that there's research out there that shows that it can help with adverse effects, with withdrawals associated with use of Zolpidem, right? So, and lo and behold, I tried it, and I had a decent night's sleep. And that's after I quit it. So second night, fine too. Third night, fine. I usually just need like 3 or 4, maximum 5 nights to get through it. And then, I'm back, all right? My brain balances itself out. So this was a nice discovery because I didn't suffer through it, and that was very pleasant surprise. I think I could have had a virus at the same time, which I did, a couple of days before. I had some swollen lymph nodes, so I read it could be a side effect, but not too many people get it. But it was a small thing to deal with compared to the hell that I would have gone through at night if I didn't take it. So just do your own research, please. Go online, say gabapentin, insomnia, Ambien, withdrawals, and so on, and you'll find some things that substantiate and says that gabapentin can be used to minimize withdrawals, unpleasant withdrawals from the use of hypnotic medicines. So there you go. Try it. Let me know how it works, if it works. But again, please, like I said, do consult with a doc. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I find some of these solutions that other doctors don't have any clue, but they will be able to put together. If you say gabapentin and Ambien, can I try it? Should I use it? Will you supervise me? And if they said yeah, go ahead, then go for it and try it. And I think you might find some surprising results. So I would be very curious to find out if it worked for you as well as it worked for me. So leave a comment. Okay? All right. Hope you sleep better soon and resolve that insomnia by taking care of your health. Check out the video that I recorded before. Okay?